wide topic among schools are the use of cell phones in the classroom. With technology being a part of our everyday life, cell phones are a big deal. Almost everywhere you go, you can see a person sitting on their cell phone or talking on their cell phone. Almost every student in high school more than likely owns a cell phone. This may cause a lot of conflict in a classroom full of students who are trying to learn. Schools need to establish rules that prohibit the use of cell phones among students while in the classroom. School is a place for learning and not a place for students to just come and sit on their phone and play games. Cell phones can be very distracting to a student. If a person has their cell phone while in class, they may be tempted to check Snapchat or check their social media or even play some new game out there on their cell phone. This can cause that student to fall behind and not get the information that they need, and it may cause them to fail the next upcoming test or even fail the class as a whole. With that being said, cell phones can not only distract the person using the cell phone, but also may affect their classmates and teachers around them. Almost every cell phone has a silent mode, but a lot of times a student may forget to put his phone on silent, or it might come out of that silent mode in some case. In such case, a phone might start ringing or dinging in the middle of the class, which can cause students and maybe even the teacher to lose track of what they were talking about or to forget some of the information. Also, if a student is constantly sitting on their phone and playing games, it can cause the person sitting next to them or even the person behind them to not pay attention to the teacher, but instead pay attention and watch the student play on their phone. This can hurt both of the students in this kind of a situation. Another thing with cell phones in school is how disrespectful it can be to the students and teachers around them. Teachers play a huge role in our lives and contribute countless hours to help us learn. And if a student decides to play on their phone instead of listen to what the teacher has to say, this can be extremely disrespectful and it can seem very rude to the teacher. Also, it is very disrespectful to the students around them that are trying to get an education and are doing everything they can to learn the subject, but can't because the person who is using their cell phone is distracting them and keeping them from learning these things. One of the main problems with cell phones in school is cheating. With cell phones being so advanced, a student could type in any question that they needed to look up and they would get the answer out of it. This can cause students to cheat on tests and get a grade that they didn't earn or a grade that they don't deserve. This isn't fair to a student who studies for the test and doesn't cheat, but they end up getting a worse grade than the person who does cheat on the tests and who does use their cell phone. Some students may also take pictures of their work and send it to the kid in the next class for them to cheat off of. Also, every phone has a calculator available for them. And if a test requires no calculator and a student has their cell phone, they may use that calculator and cheat and get the answers that cell phones also allow many ways for students to cheat, which is completely wrong and is a huge problem with cell phones in the classroom. Cell phones are a big problem in classrooms because they can be very distracting to the user and the people that are around them. It is very disrespectful to the classmates and teachers who spend time trying to teach the subject and learn the subject. And it can also be a source for students to cheat in multiple different ways. Schools need to establish rules that prohibit the use of cell phones among students while in a classroom. Here's my note cards. Thank you.